Great, perfect. Before I get seated, just to show you the feet, your feet are about hip width apart. You want to make sure the weight is balanced on the feet. Sometimes you'll be stepping wider apart. I won't be giving the cues, so just kind of sense your balance, how it feels and what you might need to do. All right. For those of us seated, we're going to do much the same. We want to ground our feet first. Make sure that we have this very strong connection to the earth. Qigong is about energy practice, right? So the skill, Gong means skill, the skill of moving our energy for healing and kind of like this independence of movement throughout our lives. The tailbone is slightly tucked forward, both standing and seated. Don't arch the back. Spine elongates up, shoulders relax down, gaze is soft in the distance. Chin slightly tucked. And from the top of our head, we draw energy in from the sky or the heavens. And from our feet, we draw energy in from the earth. And this mixes and moves in. We will also be releasing energy, stagnant energy, into the earth through our feet. So let's begin our Liang Gong Shi Ba Fa, our 18 essential daily movements, series 1 practice. Inhale, the palms are up as you raise them to shoulder height, and then exhale, float the palms down and through. If you're in bed, you might have to bring the hands out here, but in a chair, if you can, lower them down. Inhale. Bring the palms together this time in front of heart center, gazing at the fingertips. Release one hand with the other in a loose fist to greet it. And set the intention today to focus on the little things, the little movements, the little muscles, the texture and warmth of your breath or coolness of your breath. Just what do you notice? Bring the palms facing down and we'll do some breathing. Again, gaze in the distance. Fingers are together, thumbs spread wide. Breathe in and out your nose. Try to inhale for at least 4 counts and exhale for at least 4 counts. If that's difficult, simply breathe gently in and out your nose. At the very least, try to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. If you're super congested, of course, that'll be difficult, but do your best. Smile, greet your practice with the joy of your heart. Focus on the little things here, the rib cage expanding to the sides. We'll do one more deep breath here. Now bring your hands to your hips, to your waist, the fingers in front, the thumbs in back. Check your shoulders and spine, make sure the tailbone's still tucked. And let's inhale, turn your chin over one shoulder. Even bring the eyes far behind you. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, turn the chin over the other shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale, lift the chin as the head moves back. The gaze comes up. Exhale, center. Inhale, tuck the chin and gaze down at your navel. Feel the opening on the back of the neck and the spine. Exhale, center. And we'll repeat one more time, all directions. We'll do the sequences 2 times. Exhale, center. Inhale, turn the chin, keep the chin parallel to the earth. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chin up, gaze back. Exhale. Last one here, tuck the chin, curl down, gaze at either navel or the floor. You might be very tight. You'll loosen up over time and release. Make loose fist with your fingers curling in. The thumbs gently come on top of the fingers. You should be able to see through the hands. And we're going to inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, expand the elbows, and then the hands as you gaze at one fist. Release the fingers, spread the thumbs wide, the fingers are together, and exhale, press in, fingertips are up. Curl the fingers again, make those loose fists. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, move the elbows back, open the hands. You're gazing at one fist. Release the fingers, spread the thumbs. Exhale, back to center. One more time each side. Curl the fingers. Inhale, open. Notice we're still warming the joints of the neck. Exhale. This gives you mental clarity, balances your mood, helps your hormones because it works on the thyroid. Really important to keep this area flexible and supple. Exhale in. Reaching overhead. Inhale, lift the hands up, turn the palms forward. Gaze up at one hand. Make loose fists with both hands. And then lower the shoulder blades, lower the elbows, and the fists follow. Gaze at the hands all the way down. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Curl the fingers. Exhale, gaze at the other fist as you lower. Imagine lengthening the spine up as you lower the hands down, creating space between the vertebrae. Inhale, again, you're inhaling through the nose. Long, slow inhale. Exhale, gazing at the opposite fist. Again, exhaling through the nose. A gentle breath, remember, is okay if the longer breath is hard. Gaze at the second fist as you lower the shoulder blades, the elbows, and the hands follow. Spreading the wings. On your chair, go ahead and turn to the side again. Check your alignment. Make sure the feet are nice and solid on the earth. We're going to be doing a very long inhale, squeezing the elbows back as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Look at that elbow. Fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Continuing the inhale as you come forward and bring the fingers up. Exhale, lower. You don't have to move on your chair. I'm just showing you what it looks like. Now in bed, you'll probably only be able to come to here, but continue to gaze back. In the chair or standing, bring the elbows back and then lower. Again, gazing at the opposite elbow. Continue the inhale all the way until the fingertips are up, and then exhale. We're going to do one more time each side. Gazing at that first elbow. Good. Now we'll do arm circles. Fingers are together, thumbs spread wide, nice and strong. Notice, what do you feel in your knuckles, your thumbs, the webbing between the thumbs and fingers? Cross at the wrist, actually touching the wrist. You can spread your legs a little wider if you're seated to bring the hands down. If you're in bed, you'll be right here. But let's inhale. Lift up, follow the hands up with your gaze. Bring the rib cage off the lower abdomen, and then separate the hands as you exhale them, palms up, back down to starting. Cross the opposite hand on top. It doesn't matter which one, just alternate. Inhale, lift up. Open, exhale, float down. Bring the hands in front again. Inhale, lift. Separate, gazing at the first palm as it floats down. Notice as you lift the spine as the shoulders lower. Feel under your arms, in the armpits, the opening you create. Good. We're going to do side bends now. If you're very tight in your shoulders, you're going to want to maybe do a modification where you're just bringing your hand as high as you can. Whatever you can do, maybe your hands are down even, and you just do a gentle bend. We want to open the shoulders though, so do your best. I'm going to stand a moment to show you the hand position. Fingers are together, thumbs spread wide. You're going to bring the back of the hand onto the lower back. The opposite hand lifts up and the fingertips touch right at that bumpy part at the top of your spine. All right, tuck the pelvis. Remember, it's easy for it to arch back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend to one side as you gaze at the bed or the floor. If you're standing, you're going to gaze just in front of your toes at a 40-degree angle. Inhale, a very long inhale as we center and switch our arms. And then our beautiful exhale as we bend, gazing at the floor or the bed. Feel the space you're creating in the intercostal muscles between the ribs. Inhale, shift. Exhale, bend. This is also a beautiful massage for your lungs. We're in the season of the lungs, in autumn in the lunar calendar. Switch on the inhale. So it's so good to take care of them. Come back to center. Beautiful. Penetrating heaven and earth. Check your alignment, check your grounding again. Just make sure you feel comfortable. Palms are up, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. Inhale to heart height, and then exhale, Turn one palm up and the other down as you press them apart. Now in bed, you might stay here, but in your chair or standing, press. Inhale back to center. Exhale, pressing out. Keep the shoulder of that upper hand relaxed down. Inhale. The gaze is forward, gentle. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, both hands back to the heart. Turn the palms both down and exhale and press. Single arm pushing forward. Both hands are in loose fists by your hips. You inhale and then exhale, you press one hand forward, fingertips up, fingers together, thumbs spread wide, and you turn and gaze behind you. If you're able, gaze at your elbows, you draw it back. In bed, you'll just be here. Exhale, come to center, curling that front hand into a loose fist. And then exhale, press the opposite hand forward as you gaze back at the elbow, turning from the waist. That front arm is straight, the fingers are strong. Exhale, center. Inhale, center. Exhale, press. Inhale. Remember, turn at the chin, really gaze back at that elbow. Notice your spine, your neck. Come back to center. Reaching up and folding forward. For this, when you're seated, you can bring your feet forward if you like. You can have them more forward. Toes can be down, heels up, or you can keep them bent. In bed, they'll be straight, obviously, in front of you. As you're standing, play around with bending and straightening the knees to see what you feel. We'll do our arms circle hands and wrists, fingers together, thumbs wide, crossing at the wrist. Inhale, lift up, gaze up at the hands. Exhale, separate the hands as you fold forward. Bring the hands down, hang the head heavy. Breathe gently a moment. Cross at the wrists again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring the hands out and down. One more time. Cross at the wrist, opposite hand on top. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, open, fold. Breathe gently. Hands can touch the ground or your legs if you're standing or in bed. Cross at the wrist again, strong fingers. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Now, when we're standing, we normally do a posture called reaching forward in bow stance. And the idea is to kind of stretch under the arm and do some energizing along the hip flexors. Seated, that's really tricky. So everyone can do this padding modification, even if you're standing. It's really lovely. Go ahead and lift one arm up, really reach it up to the sky, and you're going to pat firmly under at the armpit for 12 times. Switch arms, fingers together, thumbs spread wide. And now with loose fists, thumbs on the side of the index finger, we're going to pat along the groin, kind of lean back, spread your legs forward, and let's just create some blood flow here. We sit, oftentimes when we're recovering from a surgery or we're ill, we still need to move our qi and blood. And so if you can't move your lower extremities, you can pat as you're able with the upper extremities. We'll do that one more time, lifting the arm, pat. Switch. And with the loose fist, kind of lean back so we can create a little space in that crease. Release. All right, now we're going to do double hands reaching down. Bring your feet side by side, standing in bed or seated. Interlace your fingers and thumbs. Inhale, lift up, palms are up through center. Then we rotate them forward and up and gaze overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Reach as far forward as you can. Reach, 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 reach. And drop the head. Release the hands. Inhale, float them up, massaging the inside of your legs. I'll give you a side view. Interlace the fingers, inhale up, turn the palms up, gaze up. Exhale, hinge and reach forward. Release the hands and inhale them up the inside of your legs. Release. Now we'll do hip circles. Spread your feet wide. When you're standing, it is about 2 times shoulder width. And we're going to bring the upper body forward, then to the side, back, over to the other side, and forward again. We'll do that 3 more times. You might not come as far to the side and not as far back, so just a small circle, that's okay. But if you're able, move your upper body over the hips. This is a great massage. It brings blood to the hips. Qi releases stagnation. One more time. One more time this direction, I should say. And now we're going to go the other direction. Just a gentle breath in and out your nose. 2 more. And come to center. Good. All right, let's go ahead and do shifting from side to side. Hands are on your hips, fingers in front, thumbs to the back. Shift all of your weight into one hip bone. If you're standing, keep your feet that nice separation, 2 times shoulder width, the knees pointing forward, and you'll bend a knee. So you're just going to lean into that hip, turn the torso so it faces that hip. Shift your weight to center so it's even on both hips, come forward. And then you would have straightened that knee coming to center. So bend the other knee if you're standing. As we're seated, shift the weight. And then turn over the hip. If you're standing, draw back to center, straightening both knees. We're going to just turn our body center. So bend the opposite knee, shift the weight, turn the torso, draw the body back to center. If you're standing, we're going to rotate back to center, shift our weight back. And now shift to the other side, turn, draw in, come to center. If you're standing, you can put your knees, feet side by side and do knee circles. We're going to do some massaging of the knees. If you're standing, you'll do 4 one direction, 4 the other. We're going to be coming in and rotating out, bringing blood to our knees. Check that your pelvis hasn't arched back. Keep that pelvis tucked. The spine is still long. We're hinging at the hips. So it's like this. We'll do just a couple more. And now we're going to, with an open palm, very strong, we're going to do 8 slaps or pats, very firm pats on each side. And then the other side. Feel the vibration, the warmth from these pats. Just again, those little things are so powerful. You can feel that tingling sensation. That releases the chi. Now we're going to do a modification. If you're standing, you'll do a deep knee squat. We're going to do some leg raises. If you're in bed, your leg would be out straight like so. Just bring the foot flat and bring your knee into your chest with the foot flat. For the chair, it's going to look very similar. Check that spine. We're going to lift, interlace our fingers, and lift the knee up into the chest. Really compress. Lengthen the spine up, drop the shoulders down. Release, and let's do the other leg. You can just face forward. I'm just letting you see what it looks like. Bringing that leg in, spine straight, compressing at the front of the hips, compressing the knee. When we release a compression, blood flows back into the area. Again, all the fluids. It helps clear blockages, where there is movement, there is no pain. Where there is no movement, there is pain. So that's why we do these 18 essential daily movements to clear blockages. Good. Separate the feet a good bit apart, 2 times shoulder width. And we're going to do another forward folding posture. I'm not going to give the cues for the standing posture because it's quite complicated to give cues for both. So the upper body will be the same. Just know that you're going to be lifting and lowering the hips. So, all right, we're going to fingers together, thumbs spread wide, holding the knee. Point the fingers of the opposite hand to the opposite knee. The other hand's going to come down towards the earth as you hinge at the hips, fold forward, hang the head heavy. Don't touch the knee or the earth. Now, inhale again, lift the body up. Exhale, press the hands away from each other, one palm up, one palm down. The hand that's down, bring that to point to the earth. The other hand is going to point at the knee. Inhale, exhale, fold. Let the head hang heavy. Feel this beautiful opening in your back. Inhale, lift the torso up. Exhale, separate the hands. We'll do one more time each side. The lower hand points to the earth. The upper hand comes to the knee as we fold forward on the exhale. Inhale, lift the upper body. Exhale, press the hands apart. Lower hand to the earth. Upper hand to the knee, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift the torso up. Exhale, separate the hands. Good. Now we're going to stand, holding onto our chair. Each time we want to work a little bit on balance. If you have to stay seated, you'll just be doing the lifts from your seated position, like so. If you're in bed, as we lift the knee, what I'd like you to do is just bring the knee up and in, and then straighten again. if you're standing, hold on to the chair with one hand. Elongate the body, feet are side by side. You're going to step forward with the leg closest to the chair and raise the opposite arm. On this inhale, the back heel raises, you're on the toe. And now exhale, lower the hand, lift the knee, lengthen the spine. Inhale, the hand comes up, you step on that toe. And then exhale, step back, feet come side by side. Let's walk over to the other side of the chair. Hold on, make sure you have your balance. Gazing in the distance or the floor helps. Inhale, step forward with the leg by the chair, the opposite arm comes up. Exhale, lower the hand as you lift the knee. Step back. I did that backwards actually. Come back. Let's go ahead and do that again. Sorry. Step forward with the leg on the outside. No, that was right. We had it right. My bad. Just had a brain freeze. Let's come to the other side. Inhale, step forward with the hand, that's the leg that's closest to the chair. Exhale, lower the hand, lift the knee. You can lift the knee higher if you're able. Inhale, step back, hand comes up, and then exhale, feet come side by side. Let's go again to the opposite side. You're doing great. Inhale, step forward with the leg closest to the chair, lift the opposite arm. Exhale, lower that hand, lift the knee, lift it higher if you can. Inhale, the arm comes up, step back, and then feet side by side. Come to the first side. We're going to do walking on the mountain modification. We're just going to be shifting our weight forward and back. If you're in bed, you'll go ahead and just flex and point your feet. So step forward onto the heel, front toe is raised. Lower that toe, lift the back heel. Lower the back heel, lift the front toe. We'll shift forward and back one more time. Coming forward, lifting the back heel. Shift back and lift the front toes. Lift that foot, bend the knee up, balance for a moment. Set the feet side by side. And we'll go to the opposite side just so you're working on the balance. We're almost done. This is our last posture. Step to the heel. Lower those toes, bring the back heel up. Shift back, lifting the front toes again. And then lift the back heel again. Shift all the weight to the back foot, lift that front foot up, hold the knee up, and bring the feet side by side. Good. Oh, beautiful. Let's come into our beautiful posture. Feet on the ground. Pelvis tucked, spine elongating. Inhale, the hands float up, palms up. Exhale, bring them down through center. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring the hands onto the lower dantian, the lower energy center on your navel and below. Close your eyes, bring your feet side by side. Just breathe gently for a moment, letting your chi, this life energy, move and settle. Release your hands, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining today. It's been beautiful to be able to share your energy.